Go time. Okay, are we live now? I think we are.
We are.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of the United States Bridge Federation round of 16. I'm here with my friend Danny Sprung. I'm Steve Garner, and we're here to provide you with some hopefully insightful analysis.
Yeah, so we're watching the match.
The two teams that we are playing that are playing. What's that, Danny?
I was like, we were watching the match between Bramley and Shireson, which is the closest match and also features Debbie Rosenberg playing against her son Kevin. So here we are at board 1, and it looks like we already have a director call on the. So the right hand room is the closed room, if I'm reading that correctly. Is that right?
I don't know.
Yeah, so we're going to call we'll just use right hand and left hand for sure.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I've been informed by Jen that our right-hand screen is the closed room. So as Danny pointed out to me earlier, that the pairs that are playing right now, 3 of the pairs play pretty much standard. And then the 4th pair, Kit and Bart, of course, play their precision, souped up precision, many types of relay systems. So as we're following them, if they have one of their auctions that take many, many bids, we may not be able to provide you with the meaning of each one of those bids.
So the open room has gotten to 3 diamonds by north-south on a 4-3 fit here. Not a very splendid contract. Kevin Rosenberg doubled 1 club and then doubled again when 2 spades came back to him with a very strong hand at 18 count, which seemed normal. Unfortunately, he caught his partner with not the greatest fit. I'm a little surprised that Planik wasn't able to bid 2-no trump to ask partner to bid their longer minor. That would have gotten them to 3 clubs instead of 3 diamonds on this hand.
It's probably an okay result since East West can make, what do they make, 3 spades or off a heart, a club, and 2 diamonds.
Yes, that looks correct.
So no damage done, not getting to the right part score, really. Okay, in the closed room, they opened with a precision diamond by East. Max overcalled a no trump, and Kit has bid 2 diamonds, which I assume that's for the majors.
Yeah, that's what it's alerted as. And we've reached a stop because there was a director call. We can't tell why that's happening, but you'll notice, by the way, most precision pairs would open a no trump with the East hand playing something like a 14 to 16 range, but Kit and Bart like the 10 to 12 no trump, non-vulnerable.
Okay.
So this is like when it's balanced, it's 13 to 15-ish.
I see. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I see. So if he opens a diamond and rebids a no trump, it's 13 to 15-ish. Okay.
Yeah, I would expect Bart to make a pretty aggressive bid facing majors, given his maximum and great cards in the majors.
Yeah, for sure.
An ace outside, king and 1.
Yeah, I think your prediction is right. He'll bid. Oh my God, he only bid 2 spades. Okay. Is Max going to double for takeout? Yes, he's going to double for takeout.
The North did make 8 tricks in the open room for 3 diamonds down 1.
I think Debbie's thinking about is she's wondering whether 2-no trump by her now is pick a minor. No, yeah. She didn't. She just decided to
pick
go
one also.
She decided to go for the safe route. What? Come on, Bart. They must bid majors about that 2 diamond. They must bid with really awful hands for him to pass 3 clubs.
Yes. And, Woolsey doesn't really have any inference about the length in partners majors, but he knows that they've just landed in his singleton, so he's not going to be thrilled about defending.
Well, how is three clubs going to do it? The club split 4-1, but I don't. It looks like.
Well, with diamonds 3-3 and a heart on their own side, I think it's going to handle okay.
No, the problem is they can't really handle the. If Bart wins, they really can't handle. They can't get two heart tricks because Bart might get a rough. As long as he puts up the king of hearts at some point early, they can't pull trump and get a third heart trick.
Right. From the open room, we're on to board 2. Watson's open a spade. Plannick's overcalled a no trump. And it looks like
Is that your choice to overcall a no trump with that hand?
It wouldn't be my choice. It's really a very awkward hand. I mean, your spade stopper is less than good.
Right.
Your strength is fine. And overcalling 2 diamonds on a moth-eaten suit isn't so great, but at least it points your side towards the most likely game, which, given that the 1 spade opener came in 3rd seat, you might, put a little less credence in the strength. And
I mean, the alternative is obviously to overcall 2 diamonds, which isn't so great on king jack empty 5th either. So
yeah,
I think they take into consideration that so many people in 3rd share not vulnerable versus vulnerable will open anything with king 4th of spade to just bid a spade to get it in there.
right. They might have an 8 count. They might have just a 4-card suit.
Right.
A lot of ways where you can be just called for 3 no trump and they talk you out of it by their
exactly. So that probably is the right bid, is to overcall a no trump.
So in the close room, did compete onto 3 spades, which doesn't look like there's too much to play there, right?
Wow. Well, they got it right. I mean, obviously, I would have been bidding with the other hand.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm not sure I would have bid 3 spades with Kit's hand. How does he know his partner didn't have king, queen, 10, 4th of clubs and 3 spades to the queen? I mean,
yeah. Well, he is favored by the fact that neither side is vulnerable. So if both sides are down 1, he only loses 3. Whereas if both contracts are making, he loses 6. So you're
it's absolutely true.
You're laying sort of a price to defend 3 clubs.
I wonder if he would have competed to 3 spades if Debbie had bid 2-0 for the minors and Max bid 3 clubs, so he was in direct chair to decide.
Yeah, I think it's probably the same.
You think he would have just competed to 3 spades? Well, maybe he would have.
So that'll be a 2-imp game for the Bramley team, assuming 3 spades comes in.
Meanwhile,
Plannick has misguessed the diamonds here, so he looks like he's going to go down in 2 hearts.
I wasn't following the play early enough. Let's see.
Yeah, they let a club and he let a diamond towards his king and ace. So now it's 2 diamonds, 2 spades, and 2 hearts to lose for sure.
I see. Yes.
Defense can also threaten a spade rough here.
Yeah.
Also, it's 2.
Yeah, I guess he's going to be able to rough rough a, oh, yeah, he should still get out for down one, I think. Well, that works.
Yeah, he pitched the spade on the jack of diamonds.
Meanwhile, at table in the closed room, Bart is quickly wrapping up 3 spades.
Well, we won't hear those words very often, Bart and quickly.
Yeah, I know.
They're already a half a board behind and it wasn't even a relay auction, so.
Yeah, they got a late start. Did they have, you said that, did they have a director call?
Oh yeah, they did have the director call. That's the thing that we don't know what that was all about, but
Yeah. Okay, let's see if Debbie can match what the auction in the open room on board 2. Pass a spade. Will she overcall a no trump with that 18 count with queen and a spade?
I kind of feel like she won't. So planning to get up for down 1 and 2 hearts.
All right, on to board 3 in the open. 1 spade by Kevin Rosenberg in first seat.
Yeah, that seems normal to up in the 5-5-10 count. Good values, your suits. Sort of froze Watson a little bit. He's got a nice hand, but a poor suit and unfavorable vulnerability. Blahnik is going to respond 1 no trump in all likelihood.
Oh, you're right. She took the more conservative route, overcalling her 5-card suit after a spade and board
Yeah.
2.
So McAllister is going to double this likely, even though he doesn't have 4 hearts. He does have reasonably good values. So after Rosenberg's 2 diamond bid, what is Watson going to do? He's got a very strong hand for the auction. His partner's doubling in between 2 bidders and he's red against white. So he knows that his side could easily have game.
Yeah.
He seems to be lacking a diamond stopper. Otherwise, the first instinct would be like, just, all right, let's go ahead and bid 3 no trump, but he's going to take it a little slower.
He has set up a force. Meanwhile, on back to board 2 in the close, Debbie's going to be struggling in 2 diamonds, I'm afraid.
Mm.
I think if she holds it to down 1, it'll be the best she can do. She's got a lot of losers. Wow, he shifted to a trump from queen and 1.
Mm-hmm. And once again, declare put up the king.
Yeah. Yeah, but Bart might duck that.
He did.
Yeah. There we go. That'll help her a little bit.
She played 4 rounds of clubs and roughed the 4th club of the 9 of diamonds. Is that what's going to happen?
Bart and Kit play upside down signals, and notice they're giving honest count in the club suit. I'm surprised she didn't cash the queen and then rough the 4th one.
That seems like the more normal play, but I hope they're bluffing with a natural. This gives her an entry to lead up to the king of hearts, however.
Yeah, exactly. We know she's gonna play, we know she's gonna play the jack of hearts off the dummy here.
Yeah. So Watson and McAllister landed in 5 clubs, one of the many making games, or 2 making games anyway.
No, that was well done.
Long as the declarer remembers to make the safety play in clubs of cashing the ace first. Shouldn't be too much more to that hand, right?
Oh, I see what she ruffled her club. She wanted to be in the dummy, right? You're right. She wanted to be in the dummy to lead the heart. Oh, that's interesting. Well, you know what? She's gonna get out for 100 here, which is actually a pretty good result.
A minor triumph.
Yeah.
McAllister started the clubs the correct way, and will end up drawing all the trumps and knocking out the ace of spades and
Yep.
making a quiet 5 clubs. On the board 4 in the open room. Vladik, I'm guessing will open a no trump with his 5-3-3-2-15. And I don't think anybody's gonna have anything to say about that.
Doesn't look likely, does it?
Everybody's about as balanced as you can be.
Okay. Board 2 is a push. Now we're into board 3 in the closed room.
What's your lead preference against one trump ball pass with John's hand?
John's hand, I probably would lead one of my 8s, not the 8 of diamonds though.
He chose the ace of hearts, so it's certainly a reasonable selection. I mean, anything could be right on these sorts of hands, but
I know. I like against 1 no, I try to be so passive.
right. One of the ideas about one trump is you can't beat one trump with just running 1 suit. So you've got to try to make sure you don't give away tricks, and setting up your suits quickly isn't always the winning idea. He sees that his lead was not a successful one, and now he's got to guess where to go next.
Yeah, well, either one of my leads would have been a disaster. The 8 of spades was no good. The 8 of clubs was no good. The only real good lead is a diamond from ace third.
Yeah. Closed room started the same way. Let's see how Woolsey and Bradley handle this trip to 3 no trump or 5 of a minor. 5 clubs rather.
Well, in the open room, Will Watson cubed 2 spades with Kit's hand. So let's see if Kit does the same thing.
Yeah, I think that's the right idea. You sort of want, you're itching for partner to bid no trump, so you can just raise the 3.
Well, maybe he'll cubid 3 diamonds. Of course, people have an agreement. The cubid, there's 2 suits you can cubid, spades and diamonds. And if you have an agreement about which cubid shows what, some people would play a 2 spade cubid, shows a spade stopper, and some people would play a 3 diamond cubid, would show a diamond stopper.
Sure, but sometimes you just need 2 spades to say I've got a good hand and not necessarily a stopper as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there's
right. Many meanings for 2 spades, I guess.
I mean, if you have 3 spades and 4 hearts and a strongish hand, but don't want to bid on a certain number of hearts, you might just try 2 spades. So speaking of spades, the defense is pounding away at spades in the open room, which is making Platnick a very happy man.
Yeah. So he's going to take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll have 7 tricks. 3 spades, 2 diamonds.
He's got 5 winners for sure now. He does not
4
have the
spades.
ace
Yeah,
for 7.
4 spades. 4 spades, 2 diamonds, and a club.
There are 2 spades. Cubid. Yes, we knew that was a cubid. So this is interesting. Shireson is double 3 clubs, I guess, for takeout.
I guess so.
Seems a little dangerous given how aggressively his red against white opponents are bidding, and there's no reason to suspect a fit opposite partner from partner.
Yeah, he's trying to get hearts into the game, I guess.
It wasn't like 3 clubs. I think most people will play 3 clubs there by Bramley as forcing, so it wasn't like he was about to defend 3 clubs. And his future in bidding up above the 3 levels seems pretty limited with his hand.
Kid must be wondering. There's a lot of high card points in this hand. There's a lot of bidding for the hand he held based on everybody else's bid.
Yeah, well, people respond to no trump to a major white against red these days. It just means that they have the same 13 cards they were dealt.
That's exactly right.
From trick 1.
Okay, we're gonna see the exact same contract and probably the exact same result.
Yeah.
The board, that board will be a push. Now we're on the board 5 in the open. Board 5.
So I think most people will open 1 club with West Hand these days. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I got the dealer's all backed up.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Prime was dealer.
Yeah, I was thinking Kevin was a dealer for some reason. So diamond pass, a heart, and would you or wouldn't you?
Well, if favorable, I'm tempted.
I am too. I don't like 5-3-3-2s for 2-level overcalls, but you do have your values in your suits and not the suits they're bidding.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't mind 2 clubs of this vulnerability.
And playing a standard structure, I would raise 1 heart to 2 with Platnick's hand, as he did. That's going to leave Watson wishing he had bid last time.
Yeah.
When it comes pass back to him.
Well, he's certainly going to balance with double. I
Yeah,
think.
if he balances with double, he might catch partner with 3-3 in the blacks, and they might choose 2 spades, and then what? Which is exactly what he's found. one way to play a contract with fewer trumps than the opponents. And McAllister knows that his partner didn't double last time, so he doesn't have a perfect double, but he still has normal 2-spade bid.
Yeah. You were right. He pulled it to 2 spades. I guess that's gonna be the contract, 2 spades, don't you think?
Yeah, I don't, you know.
Why would Kevin bet? He's got Jack 10 4 of spades. Oh,
And
he
yet
bet 3
did.
hearts. Wow. Well, I guess he was hoping for 4-card support in his partners.
The balance, it served its purpose. It got the opponents one level too high.
Uh-huh. He's going to be disappointed with that dummy. I can tell you that.
Having 3 spade losers on this auction is not what he was expecting.
Meanwhile, we're back to board 4 in the closed room. Debbie Rosenberg opened a no trump, and I assume it's going to go all pass like it did in the other room.
Yeah, we'll see how Bart feels about the lead.
Yeah, what do you think he's going to lead?
I don't have a strong feeling. I think anything can be. I have a lot of sympathy for the ace of hearts just because you can get a better idea of what's going on once you see you've made the wrong lead. At least you might make the right shift. But you're going to see a dummy with the world in hearts, and you've got to guess between diamonds and spades with no particular stuff to go by.
Well, he made the standard lead, I guess.
I guess the 9 of hearts and the other room and this room as well may be a suit preference-y kind of thing, given that our attitude towards hearts can't be good looking at Queen Jack 4s.
You know what? I don't know. Are you supposed to give are you supposed to give count, or are you supposed to give suit preference, since you know your partner's not going to continue hearts?
Yeah, I would give suit preference here. There's no future in hearts.
Kid played the 4. What does that mean?
That's a good question. It means he didn't want to commit to spades, I guess, by playing the 9, or commit to diamonds by playing the 2.
Well, it looks like Bart's Bart's gonna. It looks like he's gonna shift to the 8 of spades, right? Or the 6.
Yeah.
Oh, 6. Really, I don't like the 6. I got to tell my partner right away when I don't really like this suit. That's why I shift to the 8.
Right. Maybe he thought the 8 was a useful spot or something else. So Debbie won the first spade on Mike Plotnick, who ducked it, if I recall correctly, and lit a heart up to the dummy.
Uh-huh.
And now she's One advantage of the 6 of spades is that Debbie didn't know the spades were so juicily favored for her side. If she knew what the spades was, she would have just let a spade towards her jack at that point.
Yeah.
And that was probably her last entry to the dummy, so she may end up losing 2 spades on this line.
Mm-hmm.
Unless the opponents are so kind as to continue spades for her. So 3 hearts lost the 5 obvious tricks in the open room. So down 1 for the Bramley team.
Okay. And
Notice the 13th trick was the
the fourth
round of the suit the opponents are about to play. You don't see that very often. Up the board 6, Kevin will open. I assume he'll open a club, although the Rosenberg family has some weird ideas about what to open with equal length in the minors. I'm not sure if he would choose one diamond here for some reason. No, he just went with a normal club. So one diamond would catch part with 6-card support. One club would quad your left-hand opponent with 6-card support. So I suspect Plotnik will hit a diamond, Rosenberg will hit a no trump, and then Watson's going to want to come back in 2 clubs. Unfavorable vulnerability be damned. He's got such a strong playing hand. It's hard to imagine just passing and passing and passing with that hand.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right.
Those club spots offer a lot of security against going for some big number.
Yeah, I always tell my regular partner Jeff Wolfson, I said, don't be bidding these bad 6-card suits. Have a little bit of texture to your suits, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Well, Watson didn't though. He just went quietly against one no trump.
Really? Well, I guess he was afraid of the vulnerability, but you know what they say, vulnerability is for children.
I like colors are for children. So Rosenberg did end up making one no trump in the closed room for no swing. Plotnik has used the artificial 2 clubs to request partner to bid 2 diamonds where he's going to play.
Well, when Rosenberg accepts the transfer, I mean, Will didn't bid the first time. Do you think he's going to bid 3 clubs this time?
No, I think it's much worse now. I mean,
Right. It's much worse.
a level higher, although they're about to play your void. So now Woolsey's about to face the same spot where Watson did not overcall. I suspect Kip will overcall 2 clubs.
As opposed to double?
Yeah.
Some people might double.
Watson doubled 2 diamonds. Interesting.
Ah,
Well, that's going to get his side to spades.
yeah. Okay, so back to the closed room. It looks like they're about to play 3 clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And the hand that Kevin Rosenberg committed to 3 hearts. So 3 clubs. What happens in 3 clubs here?
Well, the defense can take 3 hearts and at least 2 diamonds, both ace of diamonds and a diamond rough and finesse.
Right. So they have to find their diamond rough to beat it a trick, right?
Yeah, I think they can beat it too, right?
Well, no, they can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they only have 5 tricks.
They can rough out the king of diamonds.
Yeah, they'll take 3 diamonds and 2 hearts. Right. They'll take 2 diamonds, a rough, and 2 hearts.
Right. I was counting 3 hearts of defense. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It might be hard to find this shift, but maybe Debbie should just figure out this is the only way we can beat it.
Well, the long diamond doesn't go away on anything, does it?
No.
So if they play two rounds of hearts and ace of diamonds, queen of diamonds, and rough it, they're still going to be stranded with a diamond loser at the end.
Yeah, if they play 3 rounds of hearts, the game's over. Wow. So in the open room, we had some excitement when Will Watson doubled two diamonds for takeout. Sean McAllister passed with King 10, 8/4 of diamonds.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, Debbie made a very nice play trick too. Did you see what she did? She shifted to her low heart,
Right.
knowing her partner would have the heart count and let him decide what to do.
Yep.
That was a nice play.
Mhm. I think he's gonna know what to do.
I think so. Well, now in the open room, in two diamonds doubled, it looks like they're going to be able to beat it a trick because there's going to be a Trump promotion at the very end, right? Let me see something.
So where are we? So where did the dummy with the queen of diamonds?
He's got to drive out the diamond.
Yeah,
McAllister wins and just shifts to a heart.
right. The six of diamonds is comes back to life.
And the six of diamonds comes back to life.
So with both contracts failing on board 5, it looks like Sharson's going to win 4 imps for 50 and 100.
Yep. So the score will be after 4 boards. It'll be 116 for Bramley, 99 for Shireson.
Kapani has played a heart himself.
Oh, he made a good play. He knows that the Trump promotion is coming, so he's going to test Will Watson right now. Will pass the test. Here comes the club. Well, that was good defense.
Mm-hmm. It's always a sweat when you're defending a double partial, but not so bad when it's a 2 of a minor, non-vulnerable.
Exactly.
Not as many imps at stake as the 2 of a major doubled vulnerable.
Okay, well. McAllister made the winning decision, passing 2 diamonds doubled.
Well, it looks like they could do okay in spades, right?
Yeah.
Plus 1 in spades.
lot of work. You wouldn't, I mean, obviously they wouldn't get to much more than a part score in spades, I assume.
Yeah. One general philosophy is any plus on a part scoreboard is basically good enough.
I understand, what his past, I mean, even though he had 4 of an unbid major, I
Right.
understand his past, he had such nice diamond spots.
Mm-hmm. And
Like Zia always says, IMS is all about bidding slams and getting numbers. So he was going for a number.
right. So Platnick up in the 3rd seed heart with 10 points, which seems pretty normal. Got once again values in his suits.
And he was 5-4 in the majors.
Mm-hmm. Rosenberg will bid some sort of jury, I assume.
Yeah.
Which will not get Platnick past the 2 level.
No.
Knight McAllister sort of pre-balance here with a double of 2 hearts. He knows the opponent's about to.
I would.
Yeah,
I would
I might have just doubled 1 heart the first time. You have perfect shape.
I wouldn't. You only have a 9 count.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly am going to double 2 hearts though. I mean, his partner's a past 10. You could be in trouble.
True.
You could be in trouble. I mean, your partner could be 3-4, 3-3. You could be in a lot of trouble.
It's a common theme, it seems, in this match is like whether or not we're going to end up playing their 7-card suit.
Yeah. I mean, I think in the long run, it's just losing bridge to let the opponents play 2 of a major if there are any other alternatives.
Yeah. There's a lot of 6 imps to be had.
Exactly. You're going to go for a number once in a while, but in the long run, it's usually right.
Mike, can we clear those session started boxes that have appeared on there? Thank you. So Woolsey has agreed with Watson's strategy with a good 6-4 over here so far, and past 1 club and past 2 clubs.
Wow. A club, a diamond, 1 no. I would have always bet 2 clubs the second time around. That's the nature of my hand.
Yep. So Rosenberg has made an interesting call. He redoubled 2 hearts. I'm not sure what extra he has or what defense he has.
Yeah.
Watson took out that they got double to his longest suit. And I think that'll end proceedings.
Right. How do we do in 3 diamonds? Well, you're off a heart, and you're off a club, and you're off a couple of diamonds. If you play double, dummy, maybe you make it, but probably not.
Isn't this one of the intra finesse situations? Low diamond to the 8, and then queen pins the 10.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you have to rough a bunch of your hearts, which isn't. They might actually just lead a trump an opening lead.
Yeah.
What would you lead an opening lead? Queen of hearts or the 10 of diamonds?
I'd probably just lead a heart. You might not be right, but
I mean, it's race to be a singleton heart and a dummy. I certainly don't mind the 10 of diamonds, but it doesn't really work on this hand.
So interestingly, the closed room, Brownlee did take out the double of 2 spades and went the same way, and now he got to double 3 diamonds instead of just 2. Setting aside up for a potential 5 imp gain if they take the same number of tricks.
That's going to be a big pickup for Bramley, assuming they get the same 6 tricks.
Planning to agree with you and let a diamond.
Oh, now see, Bart has led. That's interesting. He led heart. That's actually helpful for declare, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels like it is.
Because now a declare can avoid a club loser. Could lose 2 spades, two.
Well, if they play heart to the king, spade, spade, club. Which is what looks like it's gonna happen.
You know, I just noticed on that board where Brian played two diamonds doubled, his mistake was to lead his mistake was leading the jack of diamonds. If he had let a low diamond,
Yeah.
he has to know that diamonds are 4-0, right?
Right, he could lead a low diamond and then
If
force
he let a low diamond, I think he would have avoided the trump promotion.
forces.
I haven't really thought about it, but I think he does.
No, low diamond 8, queen. I don't know.
So Brian did lead and go back to the open, he did lead the 10 of diamonds against 3 diamonds. Which
Oh, so after 2 diamonds, Rosenberg underlet a heart, and Watson did not put up the king.
I don't see the advantage of not putting up the king.
I guess it's gonna if the ace is onside, it's gonna rough out later anyway, or fall later.
I guess, yeah, maybe you're right.
But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. If it's ace third onside, it's gonna rough out anyway. So, I mean, you can. Brian is wondering if he should win this or not.
Oh, meanwhile, big action in the closed room. Woolsey let a club from the wrong side.
Wow. Now see, they did the same thing. They did the jack of diamonds.
But now Declare has no side suit losers, so there's no way for the opponents to get in other than in trumps, so she's okay.
Wow. Holy cow. How did they mess this up?
So
And now she's claiming.
actually gonna make it. Wow.
Yeah, there's 2 diamonds doubled down one in the open room, 3 diamonds doubled making in the closed room.
That's gonna be 11 imps for Shireson, and they're gonna bring the match into single digit territory.
I wonder what Kit was thinking about.
Guess he thought partners carding suggested they had the queen of clubs. I'm not sure.
I'm sure there's going to be a discussion between Bart and Kit after that hand.
Well, with the setup they have, where there's not actually in the same room, they won't be able to discuss it until after the round is over. But you can imagine some discussion going on in the traditional screen setup, where you look onto the screen and say, "What were you doing, partner?"
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we actually are on the same board in both rooms now.
Yeah, the pace of this match has been quite good. Bart and Kit have not had any relay auctions. In fact, they've usually not opening the bidding. Usually the other side's been opening the bidding. So here we see a difference from the open room. Woolsey opened the 11 count, playing a precision style where his openings can be pretty aggressive. Brownlee's going to make some sort of double, whether it shows 4 spades or 4 or longer spades. I assume Shireson will Q-bid to show a good raise in hearts.
I think so. Whatever their methods, if you play transfers over this sequence, so you would be bidding 2 clubs to show a limit raise, or you could bid 2 diamonds, 1 under to show a constructive raise. That's a pretty common treatment that a lot of people play.
Yeah, given that he's a passed hand, I would go high here and show I've got sort of a maximum high card points. I don't know, my minor suit honors might not be very good, but
Right.
Mike, can we see what the double showed? Just says a 4+ spade. So yeah, they play a style where the double is essentially a transfer to 1 spade.
Uh-huh.
When Shireson does whatever he does, Woolsey will presumably make a support double to tell a partner he's got 3 spades.
So Will Watson is now finesse the spade, but I think that he's going to believe the ace of clubs is on his right. Yep. He's playing for righty for the ace of clubs.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a reason for him to put up the king of hearts. He would know how to play the clubs. If he knew the ace of hearts was on his left, he would know the clubs was on his right.
That's the 5th trick for the defense.
Yep.
Down 1.
Down 1. And so after the opening lead, it was certainly makeable. 3 diamonds. Now, in the closed room, we're up to 2 clubs and a support double.
Presumably Debbie will say, I have the worst possible hand I can have for this auction.
I think so.
She knows her king 10 4 of spades is in the opponent's fit.
Yeah. So, I mean, it should go, well, let's see, will Bart, I mean, start open the betting.
I think he's going to double again, just take out.
Double again,
take out.
yeah.
I don't think even though partner's likely hand is 11 to 13, no trump, I think that he should not be defending 2 hearts with this hand.
Right.
He knows his partner is likely 3-4 in the majors. So, I mean, I guess if he's 3-4, 3-3, once again, we could run into that problem of we have no 8-card fit.
Yeah. They've just started board 8 in the open room, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting hand as East and 3rd chair is open to heart with ace 6 of hearts and king 10-9 5th of clubs. 7 high card points, but 6-5.
Yeah, I might have been tempted to open some larger number of hearts with that sort of hand.
Well, John likes to be creative, you know.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So it appears slam is just on 1 of 2 finesses for north-south. Is that right?
Yeah, it does look like that.
And 1 of the 2 finesses is in fact on, so they can make 6 spades.
In the closed room in the previous board, I see Bart over. He didn't make a second double. He bid 2-0, which I assume was takeout for the minors.
Okay.
So they're going to probably just rest in the same 3 diamond contract.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure his partner didn't pass 2 hearts doubled. You know, I'm not sure if it applies on this sort of hand, but I know Kit plays a lot of doubles in these 2-level situations to show exactly 2 cards in the opponent's suit, so that opener can pass with 4. Things are accelerating in the open room after the splinter by East. Plotnik Q-bid their suit. Callister showing his second suit with his, still has the same 7 high card points he started with, but his hand has gotten even better.
Right, this 5 club bids makes Kevin's hand even better.
Yeah, well, yeah, Kevin knows for sure the king of clubs is on side now. And he can place his partner with the ace of spades for sure.
Yeah, I think Kevin's got a bit slim.
And probably envision some sort of diamond cards over there. That's the last piece of the puzzle he needs. He might bid something like 5 diamonds or 5 hearts to give Brian one last chance as well. Debbie let a low diamond against 3 diamonds, not the 10.
Oh. Kit wins the ace of diamonds, and now he's thinking, how am I going to play the spade suit?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see maybe he's influenced by the low diamond lead. The 10 of diamonds, he's going to play for the king 10 of spades on side, but a low diamond, maybe he plays low to the queen. Who knows?
Yeah. Not sure what inferences he has at this point. So Kevin did try 5 hearts instead of 5 diamonds.
I think Kevin might be afraid that he was facing the ace of hearts, which would be a totally useless card.
Right. Will Plotnik know that his hand is, he's got the right stuff now? No, he doesn't, because his partner didn't bid 5 diamonds.
Did you see what Kit did a trick to in the close? Jack of spades, Debbie makes a great play. Low, low. Or now, but now he's not gonna double finesse anymore. I'm pretty sure he's gonna leave low to the queen next time. Oh, but she gave. Did they play standard count? Or did
I
they
think
play
Max and Debbie might play standard, I'm not sure.
So she's giving count though, which is probably not the best. Kit's gonna have to think about that.
So meanwhile, they may have missed a slam in the open room, but they are about to clarify spades doubled.
Wow.
Well, that'll be 750 instead of 980. Or 1210 even. That's one of the problems with opening the bidding and bidding again at the 5 level when you don't have any defense.
Sometimes I have to
seriously.
say I don't understand the double there. I mean, your partner open in third chair, and the opponents have both Q bid. They've Q bid to the 4 level and Q bid to the 5 level. I think that's wishful thinking to double 5 spades.
Well, he knows there's a joker at the table. He doesn't know who it is.
Yeah, well, he's
Playing with John McAllister, it might not be that hard to figure out who the Joker is.
Right.
So do you think 750 is going to be a good result for the Bramley team or a not good result?
Hard to say. I mean, I'm a little surprised that they didn't get to slam. Hard
Yeah,
to say. It certainly won't be a push, I can tell you that.
yeah.
You know, I didn't even notice that slam wasn't even on one of two. It was just basically 12 tricks, no matter what happened, because you could pitch dummies club away if the diamond was offside. If both
Right,
things are
sure.
offside, you were still making.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that until now.
right, because the dummy had 2-3 in the minors.
Okay, on to board 9 in the open.
Another interesting looking hand from Kevin's perspective, although
Right.
everybody else doesn't have too much exciting.
Passes, and he's got a natural 1 diamond opening bid. 4, 2, 6, 1.
Watson might have been tempted to overcall 1 heart if he was not vulnerable with those juicy hearts, but
Yeah, he might
right
have
against
been.
white, it's a little rich.
Yeah.
So what's your style here was north? Do you respond to 1 diamond or just let partners stew in there? What could be a 4-2 or even 3-2 fit?
Well, both opponents have passed, so I know my partner has a big hand, so I would pass 1 diamond.
Yeah, you
Meanwhile,
hear
did you see
2-0
what
Trump?
happened? What's that?
You don't want to hear 2-0 Trump?
I don't want to hear anything particularly. Look what happened in the closed room in this 3 diamond hand. Debbie Rosen played, she high load in spades. So Kit assumed there was king 10 4th of spades offside. He went up with the ace in the second round.
Wow.
Wow. And notice that her 10 of spades, her 10 of diamonds is going to come into play here.
Yeah, it is, but yeah, I guess that it does, sure. She can cross to the heart.
I mean, Max just has to rough this and play a club.
So Plotnik did respond to heart. He got 2 spades out of partner. He bid the bad 2-0 Trump, hoping desperately to be able to get out in 3 spades, but I don't think he's going to get out in 3 spades. I think he's going to end up getting out in 4 spades, but
Well, 4 spades is the winning contract, I think.
yeah.
Is it?
Well, they have 3 top losers and the diamonds are favorable, sort of.
Right, not much they can do to it. Oh, Max, no.
Oh,
He didn't play partner for the 10 of diamonds.
yep. He squashed his partner's diamond trick.
I don't think it could have hurt him to play a low club there. He can always win the next trick and cash a diamond if he needed to.
I guess he might have been worried that partner didn't have another diamond.
Well, partner wouldn't lead a singleton diamond in an auction like this. And partner might have competed also with a singleton diamond, but singleton trump leads are rare in my opinion.
Yeah. No. Wolves
Well,
have been making 3, so that's going to be
that will be a push back to Bramley.
5 for them.
Bringing the score to 121 to 110.
So Plotnik and Rosenberg did end up in 4 spades.
Yeah. I suspect that will not be a problem for Kevin with diamonds being so friendly.
Will he have to worry about 4-1 diamonds when he cashes the ace and sees a singleton honored on his left?
I don't think he can do anything about it if they're 4-1.
Well, if they're 4-1 in this, it's a singleton queen or jack, cashes the ace, and if he gets to the, can't get to the dummy really, right?
Right. Dummy was a little bit bereft of entries.
Yeah, he's just sort of forced to play the whole hand out of his hand, which is gonna be,
Okay, back to the slam hand in the closed room, the bidding has started past 3 hearts as opposed to past 1 heart.
that's what I would have expected from Bart. And Max has got, I mean, 3 spades seems normal, but it feels a little like you sure hope your partner doesn't pass.
I really don't think you can bid just 3 spades at that end. I mean, wouldn't you bid 3 spades without one of your aces?
You absolutely would have. I mean, he's not going to miss a game, but I don't think Debbie's going to have any reason to. Well, we'll see. We'll see what Kit does first before we can comment on what Debbie's going to be doing. But
Well, I mean, if you know, if Kid bids some number of hearts, her hand gets better with
Yep.
3 hearts.
yeah,
5
5
hearts.
hearts. Yeah, like 5 hearts.
5 hearts. I mean, this is, you know, I've seen this hand so often that I got to say, you're almost alerting your opponents that they have a slam when you bid 5 hearts.
There's something.
I can't beat a slam. I can't beat a slam. But well, there's just no way he cannot bid 6 spades in this auction. He's only bid 3 spades.
Right. Some people actually play Debbie's pass there will be forcing when a passed hand bids over a game opposite a preempt.
Yeah, that's a common,
I'm not sure she was willing to risk that.
right.
Kevin did make 4 spades in the open room.
Come on, Max, you have the biggest 3 spade overcall in the world. There you go.
6 spades. Well done to
Well done.
the Shireson team.
Maybe Kit's gonna save. Nope.
He's made them guess. He's going to lay in his bed.
What were they gonna lose in 7 hearts? 1, 2, 3, 4 top tricks and maybe a rough.
Yeah, the Jack 10 of hearts gets promoted, right?
Well, they just get a rough. They played spade to the ace, club, club, club.
Oh, right. Doesn't need to be promoted, just scores naturally. I was thinking Debbie had a double in club.
Yeah.
Right. So this will be 6 for Shireson. Am I saying that name right?
I think so.
It looks like is that the right spelling? Shireson?
Yeah, that is the right spelling. SCH.
Shireson. Oh, well, I don't know. I know how to pronounce his first name, Max. All right, we know 6 spades is going to make for 6 M's for that team. And let's go back to the other room. Standard club, pass a diamond. Kevin makes a pass hand double with his 4-4 in the major, seems normal. Watson's redouble is probably 3 diamonds.
I would say so.
Might just be a good hand because he has both of those things. Ryan, it's 2 hearts. He knows his side doesn't have a game. He's just trying to get in the way of the opponents a little bit here.
Exactly.
So McAllister's 3 diamond bid would mean that the redouble is 3 diamonds for sure. Yeah, he said that it is.
Now the problem is, what is Will going to bid over 3 diamonds?
I think he's gonna bid 3 spades, looking for 3 now.
I'd be a little worried that the king of clubs is offside on this auction
Hmm.
for no trump.
Might just be in partner's hand too, though.
He's certainly going to get to some game, I would guess. Okay.
Debbie's now faced with the same problem that Plotnik had in the other room, as to whether to respond to 1 diamond with a very poor hand. But she did not. I think Brown was just gonna let that go.
Will bid 4 clubs. Well, John's certainly going to bid with something over that, I would think. Probably 5. I don't know what he's going to bid. 5 clubs again.
Just want 5 clubs, it seems good.
Yeah. Okay, the score 121 to 116.
And Bramley's about to pick up game swing and board 9. 1 diamond will make 4 probably. Yeah, 1 diamond will just make 4, so that's gonna be 130 against 420, so that's 7 imps for Bramley. Not wild boards, but there's certainly swing potential on almost every one of them.
There really are.
So Watson took a winning club finesse and was careful to knock out the 8 of spades to rough his long spade.
Right.
Repeating the finesse.
That'll be a quick 600 to the Shireson team on that board 10.
Yeah, that can't be bad.
Max Safety played the diamond suit in case they were 4-1.
I think that's gonna end up costing him another imp.
Another imp, yeah.
My memory of the scale is correct. I think 110 against 420 is 7.
Right. What are we playing? 50? These are 15 board segments?
Yes. That was gonna be a 7 anyway, actually.
Okay, they're finally back to playing in the open room after.
And Kevin ducked the king of spades. I'm not sure what the upside or downside to ducking was,
Yeah,
but
I don't understand it, but it didn't matter.
yeah.
Okay, so Shireson made 5 clubs in board 10, and here comes board 10 in the closed room.
There's some more shapely stuff going on in the open room on board 11.
Yeah, a lot of long diamond sits on this set. In board 11, we started off with a heart, a spade overcall by Will. Seems like a pretty normal spot start. 2 diamonds by Brian, that seems normal. Does John McAllister have anything to say? He's going to raise the 2 spades.
I'd be tempted to go low and pass with 4 triple 3 and the queen of diamonds and
All right.
a bunch of junk, but
It looks pretty junky, doesn't it? But
supporting with support is always good.
I can't, I certainly don't criticize it. It's, just nudging in there with 2 spades. Sometimes it's helpful.
So Plonix is going to rebid 3 diamonds here, presumably. And I think that will push Watson to 3 spades. In the open room, Woolsey was able to open 2 clubs, showing 6 clubs and a limited opening bid. So now that's going to shut out north-south from the auction. But are they going to miss a game if it goes 2 clubs past 3 clubs?
Well, I think 3 clubs is constructive the way they play it, I think. So he really can't let it go if it shows values. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't open a strong club.
I am too, because Kid is a very strong proponent of upgrading hands like this.
Yeah.
So I think what a lot of modern precision players play is that 2-0 is the competitive 3 club bid, and 3 club bid shows some sort of values.
Right.
So this will presumably Brownlee's going to bid 3 hearts next, or maybe even 4 diamonds.
Back to the open room in board 11. So Will Watson let them play 3 diamonds.
I guess he's seen his partner's 2 spade bids before, but I'd be tempted to bid 3 over 3 with a stiff in their suit and ace, king, queen, 5th in my suit.
Mm-hmm. Well, 3 spades, he would have gone down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He would have gone down 50, right? Looks like it.
It looks like, I guess, his side's going to, oh no. Black's gonna be able to play a bunch of hearts and pitch away his club losers.
So with the fall of the 10 of hearts, he's going to make what, 130? Yeah, 130 and 3 diamonds.
Yeah.
Board 11. And through in the closed room, they stopped in 3-0. And it looks like they're going to have just 9 tricks, 6 clubs, a heart, and 2 diamonds.
It's gonna be 9 scary tricks, I will add.
Well, it won't be so scary after trick, whatever, trick 2, when he plays a club to the queen and it wins.
Right, but. Yeah,
Yes, but you're right. It's a hand where you need the club finesse to make 5 clubs, but you go down a lot less,
yeah.
or you go down a little bit less, I should say.
On a bad day, they can take 5 hearts, a spade, and a club against 3-0 if the club finesse is wrong, and hearts are
Yeah.
6-3.
Yes, exactly right. Okay, board 12, they started off with a no trump in by West, Will Watson. And
Everybody passed.
everybody passed.
I'd be tempted to get in with Brian's hand if you could show a way to have a way to get to 2 diamonds, but
Well, if you play what Meckwell isn't double one, both majors or one minor, isn't that?
yeah,
Meckwell?
yeah.
So you could, if you don't play penalty doubles. I never used to play penalty doubles, but everybody seems to be opening no trumps with weird hands. So now when I play with Jeff, we've switched to penalty doubles over the one no trump opening bid.
Yeah, I think that trend is hasn't even stopped yet. I think the 14 to 16 no trumps are becoming more common, and the upgrades to 14s are becoming more common, and down everything goes from there. So meanwhile, Watson's playing one no trump with an entry-less dummy. He goes and just pound on spades to try to get tricks from there.
Yeah, I don't really understand why we'd lead the 10. Why wouldn't you hope for a singleton, queen, or jack?
Yeah. Now, presumably Kevin's going to cash the ace of diamonds.
Right.
Get a
And
super referencey kind of signal and for hearts, if they can do that.
yeah, then a shift to the either low heart or the 10 hearts.
Yeah, this could get bloody.
Right, they're not going to make too many tricks. Okay, they finished board 10 in the close, so they're up to board 11. The hand that Brian made 130 in diamonds.
The first 3 bids will almost surely be the same. As after that, we can see some divergence. So is Kevin thinking about not cashing his ace of diamonds to try to have 2 leads through the declarer here?
Apparently, he's thinking, do I need to lead hearts twice to declare?
So if declare has something like the ace jack and partners the king queen, that could easily be the case, right? You want to get the hearts through twice. So Brownlee did make the uncouth bid of 2 spades, and
On the jack 10 third and a crappy 6 count.
we will see if,
Not vulnerable, you know.
yeah,
I think if you'd been vulnerable, he wouldn't have bid 2 spades.
yeah, for sure. Well, I'm not saying I wouldn't bid 2 spades either, but it doesn't feel like a great hand for it. So Brian did give the super reference 10 of diamonds under the ace. So Kevin's going to know to shift to a heart. Wolsey let 3 diamonds go in the closed room.
Okay,
That's probably gonna be a push.
it should be a push.
Watson's having to make some uncomfortable discards here from the West hand as planning runs and diamonds.
Yeah. Well, it won't be that uncomfortable until the very last time in this play.
Yeah.
Then it won't be comfortable.
Well, then he's gonna have to presumably throw a spade, right? And then Brian can play spade, spade again.
I think he's gonna go down. I'm gonna guess he's gonna go down 5.
He
That's
could have cashed out for down 4.
I know, but I'm predicting it's gonna be minus 250. In
Yeah.
one no trump. Often you play one no trump and only take 2 tricks.
Yeah. There goes the spade. Now Brian can, he knows that there's only one spade left. He can play spade, spade. These are fun hands to defend when you get to run along suits and squeeze declare and
You better pitch a club here, Kevin.
I think Brian's hard spots are good enough. That doesn't matter, right?
Well, if he pitches a low heart, then declare can get out with a low heart and score. Oh no, I see. Yeah, he'll have a high club then. You know, you're right. It doesn't matter what he pitches. Okay, so that was, Debbie only made 9 tricks and 3 diamonds, so that was 1 imp to Bramley. Score is now 129, 116, 13 imp difference.
So here we're going to see a difference because Woolsey will open 1 diamond with the West hand, not 1 no trump. Showing 13 to 15 if he's balanced. Accurate prediction there, Steve. Down 5.
Mhm.
$250. So it's predicted Woolsey up in the diamond. Bramley responded a heart. Woolsey's going to rebid 1 spade. These precision players do not.
They don't bypass 4-card space suits.
Oh, I thought they did, but didn't. But here they are.
Okay, well, we're gonna play 1 now, I think.
Yeah, unless Debbie, I don't think Debbie's supposed to come back in with that suit. Unlike the earlier hand where the opponent's bid your suit, King Jack 10 and 8 6.
It's a precision diamond. It's more tempting up to the precision diamond.
Yeah, well, she did. That's gonna end the auction.
So they'll play 2 diamonds and
I don't think she's gonna make 250 and 2 diamonds.
no. She's probably gonna get a major suit lead, which is helpful. She'll probably make, what am I gonna guess. I'll guess she makes, I don't know, 110. I guess she'll make 9 tricks.
Yeah, who knows?
No? Well, certainly with a spade lead, spade, 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 rough. And the heart of the queen, you could take 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Certainly with a spade lead, you should make 9 tricks.
Yeah, for sure. In the open room, Platic up with 3 clubs, that did not stop McAllister Watson from finding their 4-4 fit in game. And presumably Platic's gonna lead the 9 of spades, which won't exactly pierce the Claire.
No.
Jack of diamonds is on side, king of spades is on side. Archer 3-2. This should be a very comfortable contract. So Brownlee did well to lead a club.
Yeah, it didn't hurt anything, but Kit doesn't really have anything to shift to.
Yeah.
He shifts to a trump, that helps declare.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, she's gonna make 110 for sure. There you go.
I think Watson's going to make 680 in the other room.
Yikes. Bart's thinking, really? I got to put up the king here? Oh, yeah.
I can have his partner shifted from the queen third and not the jack third. Although that would give to Clara a very poor suit. Uh, 680 coming in the upper room.
Oh, he doesn't want to put it there. He's thinking if they rough a spade, they'll get his king later.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's probably best to play a heart. No, jack of spades.
Which I can rough queen of spades, rough a spade, and then take on the heart finesse later too.
Mm-hmm.
On to 14 in the open room. Kevin's going to open a club. Watson's going to recall 1 spade. Brian will make a negative double.
Pass by McAllister.
So what's your style here when partner makes a negative double and you have a no trump hand but no stopper?
I do have a stopper. I have a queen and 1. I would always rebid a no trump, especially when they don't raise.
Sure. So let's extend it a little further and pretend your queen of spades was the queen of diamonds. Would you then bid a no trump as well? Still?
Not with 2 little. 3 little. If I had 3 little, I would rebid a no trump, but not with 2 little.
Right. This is why some people used to open 1 diamond with 4-4 in the minors, or still do, so that when they don't have the stopper, they can rebid 2 clubs on these sorts of auctions.
Yeah, but I find that totally unpalatable. If I open a diamond and rebid 2 clubs, I am not 4-4 unless I'm 4-4-4-1.
Right. Understood.
4-4-3-2. I do something else.
Do something no trumpy.
Yeah.
So presumably,
So Debbie's going to make my prediction wrong. She's not going to make 110. She's going to make 130.
hmm, so spades in the open room has 4 obvious losers.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't look like it's going to be a big deal unless somehow Woolsey and Bramley get too high.
Right. They just have 2 clubs, a heart and a spade. Looks like a pretty normal 140.
Yeah.
Okay, so Debbie's going to make 130. What's 130 and 250?
That's like a
120.
3.
That's a 3 imper for Bramley.
Yeah.
Okay. So that brings the score up to 132, 116, a 16 imp difference. What did we start at this session? What they were up 15?
Something like that. Yeah, it was right in this vicinity.
So it's been basically a flat session imp wise.
The net has been flat, but there's been lots of 5s and 6s going back and forth.
Yeah, there's been a lot of swings, but not much difference in the overall score.
It's 21 to 19 for Shireson in this set. And 13 and 14 both look pretty flat.
Okay.
Although you never know. You never know on these sorts of hands.
Oh, they misguessed the club in the open room. Is that what happened? A club to the ace and a low club back? It must have been. I wasn't watching. Did you see Danny?
No, I was looking at something else.
He led the 8 of clubs, and Kevin must have played ace of clubs and a low clubs because I see he's winning the 3rd club with the king.
Oh, right. That's a play you see more often against no trump, but I guess it works just as well here. So we do see a little difference in the close room because East doubled and now East is going to be the declarer in 4 hearts.
I see. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that matters much or at all. It might mean that the defense gets a club trick because they didn't.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think they will get a club trick because they can't. The 9 of spades lead was very helpful for them.
Yeah, double dummy, you can lead the jack and pin the 9, and then your 7, 6, 5 are all good against that.
Yeah, but you can't get back to your hand. If you pull trump, I mean, you can pull trump.
Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You would need a quick hand entry. Once the ace of clubs is knocked out, you don't have it. So that's going to be an imp. That's going to be a 1 imp swing to Shireson.
All right, ace of spades and a spade, and the hand is over in the open room.
Okay, 110. 110 to Shireson on board 14, and here comes the last board for the open room. What time is the next segment start, Danny?
That's a good question for Maya. She may be able to tell us that. I'll just take a look to see if any of the other matches change their nature. So most of the other matches this set were pretty flat, except for the matches that were already very one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
The close matches were all within a few imps this set.
What was the only other match that was somewhat close was the Juster match? Is that right?
Juster Simpson was 25, now it's 30, and Goodman Goo was around 50, and now it's 52 for
Okay.
52.
Okay.
Notice there's a fractional imp score there in the Goodman Goo. There must have been some sort of rolling or penalty.
I think the teams that are being squashed by quite a few, they'll probably play one more set and then concede
Right.
the last two segments. I mean, it's possible they might concede after this segment.
Yeah, but as you pointed out before we got on, you know, you went all the way to Chicago to play. You might as well play a little more bridge.
Exactly. Say, I noticed that Levine's, it looks like it had a 9 imp penalty or imp correction.
Yeah. They're still up by 67, so it's probably not going to hurt them.
No.
So the VUGRAPH is going to restart at 12:45
Is that Central Time?
Central Time. Yeah.
Okay, so that's like 12. That's like in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, the last board in the open room, it went past a week 2 diamond bid by Will Watson and 3 club overcall by Brian.
I like it. They're going to miss their heart fit though. The old weak 2 diamond preempt took up just enough space to
Well,
do some damage.
I'm a little surprised that John McAllister didn't raise the 3 diamonds with ace third. Remember?
It turned out well for his side, I think, in a sense, because Rosenberg might have tried a responsive double over that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it did work out well. Although it's not clear they would have gotten to more than 3 hearts.
Right. And 4 hearts is something of a lucky make. I mean, you do have 3 top losers. You've got to negotiate both major suit queens.
Yeah.
And potentially 401 hearts after a preempt.
Yeah.
So Woolsey chose 3 spades over 1 club.
What does that mean?
Facing a past hit partner. I think he's.
Does that show like, is that invitational?
Well, his partner is limited to, if he's balanced, is limited to 9 because they put a 10 to 12 no trump. And I guess he's thinking that he won't have a game and just wants to bury the heart suit.
You know, I know Bart and Kit, they play all these bids at the 3 level. When they alert, they said, that's just to play. That's to
Right.
play. Okay, so maybe this is just, but this can't be just to play.
Yeah.
I don't really understand this, but.
Well, not only that, there's some danger that you just make 110 on the hand. And you're just off at the 3 level.
Max had a chance to duplicate Kevin's nice play of the ace of clubs or trick 1 and then under lead, but he didn't. I don't think it was so clear to do that, but it was a good play by Kevin.
Well, he might have also been worried Declare had Queen Doubleton and Debbie had Jack 9 4th.
Right.
Which would make that play look a lot less appealing. So Woolsey will not get punished for his.
Well, I guess if you win the ace of clubs and Declare follows with the low one, you know your partner has 3. Your partner can no longer have 4.
Right. Makes sense.
Okay, Brian scored up his 130 in 3 clubs. Not too exciting. We expect Kit to be able to make 140, which will be a 1 imp game for him.
And the last board will give Sharjah a chance for a swing to make the match quite close.
All right.
I suspect that, well, I know that Kit cannot open 2 diamonds on the West hand because they play those 3 suited short diamonds.
Oh, okay.
So he'll be opening
3 diamonds?
2 spades, a good 3 diamond bid, or 3 diamonds.
Oh, I see. Right. They played, right. You're right. I think they played 2 spades as some sort of a good preempt. Yeah.
I think it's more like a minimum opening bid-ish kind of hand. So I think this will just be 3 diamonds from him. And I think that might end up forcing Debbie to just double 3 diamonds. I mean, she's really going to be in a tough spot over 3 diamonds with that hand.
Yeah.
She'd
Like,
be
really?
relieved. If she does double, she'll be relieved to see partner bid 4 diamonds and not 4 spades.
I mean, I would never double with jack and a spade. I mean, partner a passed hand?
No, oh yeah, partner will be a passed hand, yes. So this
I
will
mean,
be.
if I did anything, I would overcall my king jack 4th of hearts.
I like that, yeah.
I mean, that's nothing's great. I cannot double with that hand.
Some people play 4 clubs over 3 diamonds as what they call non-leaping Michael, so that's 5.
Right, right. Clubs at a major.
That would work out well if you had the agreement that they played that and you could do it on a 4-card suit. This would be a good hand for that. But
Yeah.
well, she's in the spot we thought she'd be in.
Yep.
Now let's see how she solves this problem. She solved it with pass.
She passed?
Yep.
She did. Well, that might actually work. I mean, well, I don't think Max is going to balance with a double, but
No.
if Bart had been a pass, oh,
Ooh. Here's an interesting twist.
Bart didn't know it was about to go all pass.
That's right. Well,
They have another chance now.
so now if Debbie balances with 4 hearts, that should suggest like 4 hearts and a longer minor, maybe. But once again, I'm just,
I
don't think that's something.
Well,
she can
maybe
do.
it's, I don't know. Good question. So how many tricks are they taking against 4 diamonds? They get 2 hearts, 2 clubs, and a spade, right?
Yep. So it looks like it'll just be a 1 ember.
Yep. So the score after this set should be Bramley 134, Shireson 117, 17 in difference.
Yep. By the way, so I note that the 9 imp penalty was a late arrival for a player.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. I know I always get nervous if my partner is not near the table with 5 minutes to go before game time.
I'm with you. I am not a late arriver. So as we stated earlier, the next round will be in about 20 minutes. You'll have some new and different VUGRAPH people to be guiding you through.
Maybe you'll have a different match to watch too. Although, like we said, most of the matches are a little bit out of control at this point, but you could still have some interesting hands. This will certainly be the closest match remaining.
So the next round, you're going to see the husband and wife duo of Gabby and Michael Camel. We'll see who they choose and what they want to say.
Who, by the way, I bet you didn't know this. They're neighbors of mine.
I knew they moved to Chicago. They've been bouncing around all over the country. They were in North Carolina, they were in Arizona, and now
they did the what's it called? The upside down winter. Instead of going to Florida or someplace sunny, they live in Arizona. They spent the winter in Chicago. I said, I think you have it backwards.
I think very backwards to me based on what I've heard about some of the Chicago winters.
Oh, this is our last week of bad weather here.
No. May, the middle of May should, or the beginning of May should not be the last week of bad weather. Like the end of February should be the last week of bad weather.
Yeah, I will tell you, since I've lived in the Midwest my whole life, winters here are nothing like they used to be.
Yeah.
And I predict in the 20 or 30 years, the Midwest will be a mecca of places to live because the weather will be decent as opposed to
Yeah.
scorchingly hot or, hurricanes or fires. We don't get any of those.
Right. Didn't you have a brief stint in Florida yourself?
In the early 2000s, I lived there for 3 years.
That's pretty brief.
Yeah.
I guess you decided it wasn't for you.
No, when I kind of missed winters after a while. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't like winter, but I can stand like about a month and a half of winter.
I don't miss the Northeast kind of winters. We get winter in Vegas, but it's cold, but doesn't snow and
Right.
much rain or wind or gloominess.
Yeah.
So
You don't get the swings like we get, even in the, we get big temperature swings from one day to the next.
right, yeah. So it doesn't look like anything untoward is happening in Four Diamonds. The fence still has a heart and oh, wait a minute, might Max get in played here? Oh no, he has a heart to get out. Right.
Yeah. And now we can get out with the trump. He doesn't even have to guess.
Yeah. He does, and he did. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed our show, and I'm back for more later.
Come back for more later. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.